What is an inverse function? Let's start with an example here. Celsius versus Fahrenheit. Celsius and Fahrenheit are different units to represent a temperature. And we can convert the units easily with the equation here. To convert degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit, we can multiply the temperature by 9 over 5 and then plus 32. To convert degree Fahrenheit into Celsius, we can subtract by 32 and then multiply it by 5 over 9. And here is our problem. Let's say today's temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. First, you have to convert this into Fahrenheit, and after that, convert the temperature in Fahrenheit into Celsius again. Let's do convert to Fahrenheit first. In order to get temperature in Fahrenheit, we can just simply plug in 17 degrees Celsius into our first equation, and this will give us 62.6 degree Fahrenheit. And and for the second part of the question, you can just do the procedure again by plugging in 62.6 degree Fahrenheit into our second equation. And this will give us 17 degrees Celsius. You might have noticed that this 17 degrees Celsius is the number that we started with. So, which means our input and output are switched. These types of equations or functions are called inverse function. Inverse function can be written as f to the negative 1 or just simply inverse of f. And their domain and range are switched from original function f. Let's say we have function f of x is equal to f plus 2, then f of 1 will be 3 and f of 2 will be 4. To find the inverse of the function, we have to switch the domain and range. So 3 here should become domain and 1 here should become range. So it became f inverse of f of 3 is equal to 1, inverse of f of 4 is equal to 2, and so on. To generalize this pattern, the inverse of f can be written as x minus 2. And here's a diagram that can help you understand. Also, our example about temperature units can be inverse to each other since their input and output are switched. Like here we input 17 degrees Celsius and we got 62.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and we use this output to output for uh, our new function to get degrees Celsius, and this one gave us the same number, so it can be inverse of Fahrenheit function. Now that we know what is an inverse function, what are some properties of them? If we have two functions f and g and they are both inverse to each other, then f of g of x and g of f of x are both x. Let's use the example we used early in this video. Let f of x be a function which converts Celsius to Fahrenheit, and c of x be a function that converts Fahrenheit to Celsius. And we already know that these two are inverse to each other. Also, recall that f of 17 was 62.6 and c of 62.6 was 17. To check our property here, I set equations like this, and after evaluate all the values from function, we can know that this final outputs are same as the initial input here, which means these two examples satisfy the property of inverse function.